Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before I start the lecture, I just want to say quickly, this lecture has helped me quite a bit in my daily life, and it's made a profound impact on the things that I do and the way that I treat people. And I hope it has the same benefit for you. Make dua for all of us that we'll be able to apply the lessons that it teaches us to our lives, that we'll be able to be better Muslims, inshallah, and help our fellow man and each other and ourselves. So, hope you enjoy the lecture. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, we're going to go ahead and get started. I apologize for the delay. There has been quite a buzz about this lecture for some reason. I don't know why. So I really hope that inshallah it meets your expectations. I always prefer that people come with very low expectations and then they appreciate the lecture, then come with high expectations and then leave disappointed. So I hope inshallah that you will not leave disappointed today. I believe that this lecture is relevant. However, whether or not I'll be able to deliver it the right way is literally in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So please make dua for me that Allah will help me out, deliver this message in the best way possible, and that inshallah all of you will benefit from it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. The title that the sisters decided to give this lecture is the shortest and easiest way to earn Allah's Jannah. And Jannah, for those of you who don't know, means paradise. It's heavens. And as a Muslim, this is the lifelong objective that every one of us lives for, which is to earn the Jannah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Muslims, we believe that the journey here on earth is a temporary one, and that eventually we have to go somewhere. And that other place is either fire or paradise. And for very obvious reasons, we all prefer to go to paradise. And so it's really interesting the way this lecture came out last time when there was only 6 sisters here. It was very intimate and we had a great discussion. I hope inshallah we'll do the same thing today. This is more of a discussion rather than just a lecture. Although I'll be speaking most of the time still. And I really want you to think of it this way. How much time do we spend on a daily basis worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And I'm talking here about devout Muslims. I'm talking about people that are very practicing and extremely serious about Islam. Okay? How much time does it take an average person to perform a prayer, for instance? Half an hour?
No,
I mean the one prayer takes about 3 to 5 minutes, right? That's the liberal assumption. I think 5 minutes would be the average for most people. Salat al-Jama'ah in the masjid takes about 10 minutes. Okay, so 5 daily prayers. If you pray Jama'ah in the masjid, including Sunnah before and after, it's probably what, like half an hour? When you think about it, an hour. Let's be quite liberal. An hour. Okay. And how much time do you spend on a daily basis doing other things of Islamic nature, such as saying Jazakallahu khairan or Assalamu alaikum, or making a little dua, or getting involved in straightforward Islamic activities? Okay? Another hour? Yeah. Another 2 hours? How about maybe 3 hours just to really go that far? I really don't think so either, but like I said, just for the sake of argument, let's say that you spend 4 hours every day, total hours, on your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, cultivating that relationship, basically making it better, and so forth. And if you do that, according to the normal, conventional wisdom, you would be considered a very, very practicing Muslim, right? 4 hours every day. So 4 hours a day, and then you have the remaining 20 hours every day. What is happening in those 20 hours?
Sleep.
Half of them will probably wasted in sleeping.
Work is worship.
Work. You basically watch TV. You spend a lot of time in the kitchen making food. You bicker and argue with the kids. You spend time on the phone. All kinds of activities that we, sort of perform on a daily basis. Can we call these activities religious in nature? Not necessarily. I mean, there could be good activities, right? Now, how many of you believe that you can go on those 20 hours, the remaining 20 hours a day, without committing any sins?
No. Never.
Any perfect people in this room? Can I get a show of hands? My daughter's name? Thank you. My daughter. At least we have one perfect person in the room. Alhamdulillah. It's a good sign. Tells you how much effort I put in this kind of relationship. No, really. I mean, I think each and every one of us is a sinful person by nature. This is our nature as human beings. So we commit sins. How many of you think that you are a very sinful person? Let me rephrase. I don't think that we can say sinful, but at least you can say that there is that one issue that you have to deal with on a daily basis, and it's very difficult to give up. And everybody has her own weakness. Okay? So you have your own. One of you might have an issue with backbiting. One of you might have an issue with anger management. Somebody might have an issue yelling at the kids all the time, or whatever it is, arrogance. There has to be an element of weakness in the heart of each and every one of us. And it's an issue that we struggle with, and it's probably a sin that you commit on a daily basis. Okay. So you dedicate 4 hours every day to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then you have 20 hours the remainder of the day. What is shaitan doing in those 20 hours? What is he doing? Is he drinking coffee with his friends?
Working overtime. Working on us.
Working overtime? Well, I mean, he never works overtime. He's dedicated, full-time to his job. And what is his job?
To draw us away from God.
To ruin the remaining 20 hours of the day. Okay? That's his full-time job. Is he just watching you for the 4 hours that you dedicate to God, or trying to ruin that as well? Okay? So shaitan comes to you, he tries to whisper in your ears, he tries to make you feel good about your acts of devotion. He tries to, oh, mashallah, look at you. You're much better Muslim than all those other messed up sisters, right? So you start feeling this thing in your heart. I go to Jummah every week. I try to pray my 5 daily prayers. I fast in Ramadan. I mean, I belong to that 1% of the good practicing Muslims. Everybody else is messed up. Look at my friends. Okay? So you start having these feelings about yourself. I am a good Muslim, right? So your intention starts to change, and when your intention is ruined, do you think Allah will accept that deed? If you go on the Day of Judgment, Allah will ask you, what did you do this? What did you do this for? Did you do it for my sake, or for the sake of being praised by people? Right? If you give in charity, so people say, MashaAllah, this is such a generous and charitable person, do you think Allah will accept that charity? He'll tell you this, quite literally. He'll say, you did this to earn the pleasure of other people, and that's what you got. You have nothing. I have nothing to give you today, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept part